Hi children, today let us discuss our fourth chapter from geography, that is air. Before starting our lesson, children, you want to know about the greenhouse effect. What do you mean by the greenhouse effect? The atmospheric gas carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere creates a greenhouse effect by tapping the heat radiated from the earth. It is therefore called a greenhouse gas. Without it, the earth would have been too cold to live in. However, when its level in the atmosphere increases due to factory smoke or car fumes, the heat retained increases the temperature of the earth. This is called global warming. This rise in temperature causes the snow in coldest parts of the world to melt. As a result, the sea level rises, causing floods in the coastal areas. There may be a drastic changes in the climate of a place, leading to extinction of some plants and animals in the long run. Atmosphere. Our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air called atmosphere. All living beings on this earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival. This atmosphere provides us the air we breathe and protect us the harmful effects of the sun rays. Without this blanket of protection, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during day and get frozen during night. So, it is this mass of air that has made the temperature on the earth livable. Next, composition of the atmosphere or constituents of air. Do you know, children, that the air we take in while breathing is actually a mixture of many gases? Nitrogen and oxygen are the two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon, and hydrogen are found in lesser quantities. Apart from these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air. This pie chart gives you the percentage of different constituents of air. Nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air. We take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs and exhale it. But plants need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. Bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it. Oxygen is the second most plentiful gas in the air. Oxygen. Humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. Green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. In this way, oxygen contents in the air remains constant. If we cut trees, then this balance gets disturbed. Carbon dioxide is another important gas. Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. Humans or animals release carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide released by humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by the plants, which make a perfect balance. However, the balance is upset by burning of fuels such as coal and oil. They add billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. As a result, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. Our next topic is structure of the atmosphere or the Earth atmosphere. Our next topic is structure of the atmosphere. Our atmosphere is divided into 5 layers starting from the Earth's surface. These are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. First of all, let us discuss troposphere. This layer is the most important layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 13 km. The air we breathe exists here. Almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, hailstorm occur in this layer. Next is stratosphere. Above the troposphere lies the stratosphere. It extends up to a height of 50 km. This layer is almost free from clouds and associated weather phenomena, making conditions most ideal for flying aeroplanes. One important feature of stratosphere is that it contains a layer of ozone. We have just learned how it protects us from the harmful effect of the sun rays. Next is mesosphere. This is the third layer of the atmosphere. It lies above the stratosphere. It extends up to a height of 80 km. Meteorites burn up in this layer on entering from the space. Next, thermosphere. In thermosphere, temperatures rises very rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere is a part of this layer. It extends between 80 to 400 km. This layer helps in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. And next layer is exosphere. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere is known as exosphere. This layer has very thin air. Light gases like helium, hydrogen float into the space from here. Next, weather and climate. Children, is it going to rain today? Or will be bright and sunny today? How many times have we heard this from anxious cricket fans speculating the fate of a one-day match? If we imagine our body to be a radio, the mind is its speaker, weather is something that fiddles with its control knobs. So, what is weather, children? Weather is hour to hour, day to day condition of the atmosphere. A hot or humid weather may make one irritable. A pleasant breezy weather may make one cheerful and even plan for an outing. Weather can change dramatically from day to day. However, the average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represents the climate of a place. Next topic is temperature. The degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night but also from season to season. Summers are hotter than winters. An important factor that influences the distribution of temperature is insolation. What do you mean by insolation, children? Insolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth. The amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the poles. Therefore, the temperature decreases in the same manner. Do you know, children, why poles are covered with snow? If the earth's temperature rises too high, it would become too warm for some crops to grow. Temperature in cities is much higher than that of villages. The concrete and metals in buildings and the asphalt of roads get heated up during the day and the heat is released during the night. And also the crowded high-rise buildings of the cities trap the warm air and thus raise the temperature of the cities. Next, air pressure. Children, you will be surprised to know the air above us presses us with a great force on our bodies. However, we don't even feel it. This is because of the air presses us from all directions and our body exerts a counter pressure. Air pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of air on the Earth's surface. As we go up the layers of the atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. The air pressure is highest at sea level and decreases with height. Horizontally, the distribution of air pressure is influenced by the temperature of air at a given place. In areas where temperature is high, the air gets heated and rises. This creates a low pressure area. Low pressure is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. In areas having lower temperature, the air is cold and it is therefore heavy. Heavy air sinks and creates a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with clear and sunny skies. The air always moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. The movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area is called wind. You can see wind at work as it blows dry leaves down the pavement or uproots trees during a storm. There are three types of winds: permanent winds, seasonal winds, and local winds. The trade winds, westerlies and easterlies, are the permanent winds. These blow constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. Next, seasonal winds. These winds change their direction in different seasons. For example, monsoon in India. Local winds. These winds blow only during a particular period of the day or year in a small area. Lu is a local wind. Our next topic is moisture. When water evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapor. Moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. When the air is full of water vapor, we call it a humid day. As the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold the water vapor increases and so it becomes more and more humid. When the water vapor rises, it starts cooling. The water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. Clouds are just masses of such water droplets. When these droplets of water become too heavy to float in air, then they come down as precipitation. On a humid day, clothes take longer time to dry and the sweat from our body does not evaporate easily, making us feel very uncomfortable. Jet planes flying in the sky have a white trail behind them. The moisture from the air engines condenses. We see trails of this condensed moisture from some time when there is no air movement to disturb it. Rainfall. Rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and animals. It brings fresh air to the earth's surface. If the rainfall is less, water scarcity and drought occur. On the other hand, if it is more, floods take place. There are three types of rainfall: convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, and cyclonic rainfall.